All right. This other one that you said here, you said when you first get, you don't want to tell anyone, let alone the cops. Shit is mad embarrassing that someone can violate without your consent. Men don't understand the psychological and emotional damage that is incurred is actually more damaging than the physical. They think coming out saying you were is easy. First off, I'm not a victim and don't want to be viewed as such, especially because fraudulent women have made us look bad.
Mm-hmm.
So talk about that. Talk about like there's a stigma around when you identify as being someone that has experienced that, right?
Yeah. And, people accuse you, oh, you're a loose person or and the thing about it is when it does happen to you, you do question yourself. Like what could I have done to prevent it? Why was what did I do wrong for this to even happen? And it's first, you attack yourself first, at least in my experience, and at the end of the day, we all have to take responsibility for ourselves, but there are other people that do inflict harm and pain onto others, and it's just, it's rough.
After that happened to you, right? Did you hate men?
No, I've never hated, like, obviously I've gone through the emotions of feeling like, oh, I hate all men, but no, it was more of a deep understanding that men need healing.
That's interesting that you put it like that because I feel like not everybody would come from that perspective.
Yeah. Well, there was just something built in me, whatever past lives that I've lived. And when this happened to me, it helped me to develop more understanding, which is why I could sit there and look at the platinum selling producer who assaulted me, and he was sweating. I was at an event and he approached me and he's like, "We good, Tina?" And I said, "Yeah, we good." Until this day, and I won't say his name because I told him that day that we're good. And people will be like, "Oh, well, he can go on and harm other. You should blah, 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 blah." No, I'm not going to do that. You know what I mean? He was given an opportunity to change his ways. And let's hope that he did.
Was that the only time that you experienced something like that?
No, it happened a couple other times.
We're not talking about physical abuse. We're talking about actual sexual abuse.
Yeah.
And I think that you and I spoke about this in the past, where it's kind of like once that happens to you, you kind of set out this energy that attracts that to happen to you again.
Yes. Yes.
What have you experienced where like men have not been compassionate to your situation with that? Like they
Oh,
that it's
yeah.
easy that I guess maybe like when you see these reports of like people talk about like Cassie or something like, oh, how come she waited so long to finally come out and say something? Like, how does that make you feel?
Well, they don't understand, especially, and I can kind of see, like, even though I do have other feelings and thoughts about that, but I want to talk about just the woman in general, about being in a situation like this where it's a lot of mind control. And when something like that happens to you, it's trauma that envelops your body, puts you into a state of fear, almost paralysis. And you have to now maneuver accordingly. And someone like her, who was now in the whole vibration of Diddy, and her life was built on this now. Basically, if she were to leave that whole situation, her life would have fallen apart. And it's, you know that, and when you know that somebody like Diddy can go and take people out and murder people or even kill you, then you have to play a game. And she got in so far deep that she played a game, but she had an out. I don't know exactly what's going on, but I do feel like she was approached and they're like, "Hey, well, he's going down and we want to use your story."
So you're saying that her story wasn't valid? Or you mean that it is?
No, I'm saying her story is valid.
Okay, got you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because I don't know if you saw, but recently they were showing like him, like I think like white water rafting or something like that, doing like these certain activities, and her lawyer came out and said that that's not going to prepare him for the rough like water ahead for him, like because they're saying that the feds are really looking into trialing him, you know,
Hmm.
trying to see if they have something against him. But it's crazy because there's still more and more allegations that are coming out about him. Like it's not slowing down.
Yeah. Well, he's going down, and guess who's next?
We know who you're talking about. Okay. All right, Tina. Well, I just want to thank you again for your time today. Always a pleasure to sit and talk with you. Do you have anything that
Likewise.
you want to say to the fans before we go ahead and wrap it up? Any projects you're working on?
Music will be coming out. Even though I said I was quitting music, I can never quit music. It's a part of me. Um, so, but I will be making music in a different frequency that will help to create more harmony within your body, within your mind, within your soul, and that will help you put you into a place of abundance so that you can attract every good thing that is coming your way. And that's all.
Tina, thank you so much again.
Thank you, Panda.